Today's movie is called The Princess Diaries Part 1. Our story begins with a very simple girl named Mia, who has a cat named Louie, who lives with her mother. The school is so fancy. Mia is marginalized in a very suspicious way. Mia is 15 years old. There is a debate at school between her and a famous boy at school named Josh. But Mia is too shy and can't talk to a lot of people, and suddenly Mia will feel that she wants to vomit. She will run fast. She was so embarrassed. She came home and her mother told her her grandfather wants to meet her, and she never met her before. Mia is going to meet her granny in a very fancy place, and she was very surprised. And she sat down with her granny, and her granny gave her a chain which is a logo for Geneva. Her granny wants to tell her something very important, and she told her father was a prince. That means she's a princess too. Mia was shocked. Her granny told her she was the heiress and she must rule, but Mia didn't understand anything. But her granny told her she would help her with everything, eating, talking, moving, and dealing to make it look like a real princess. Mia was angry with her mother because her mother had never told her this thing before. Her mother's only justification is that she didn't want to live the life of kings, and she wants to live a simple and normal life. And the life of kings and this thing are very complicated. And she was going to tell her with her father at the age of 18. But her father died and she should have known. The second day the granny came to the house. Her granny is the queen of a country named Geneva. And she told Mia's mother that Mia was the future of the state. Imagine the future of a wild country in the hand of a 15-year-old girl. Her granny told her that in a few weeks there would be an annual party, and she wanted to tell the media about it at this party. But before all this, Granny wants to arrange everything in Mia to prevent scandals. But Mia is angry with them because they have never told her before, and they hide all this for a very long time. But in the end, she will agree that she goes to her granny classes to learn everything, and she go into practice, knowing real life. And just through this exercise, Mia will talk whether she wants to be princess or not. Mia will ride a luxury car of the queen, and she will be amazed and surprised. She's going to school with her friend in this car, and her friend was also very impressed. Mia is being bullied by the stupidest girls in the school. You should know that bullies are always stupid. Mia was talking about her father in a nice way with her friend, even though he hadn't talked to her for 15 years. But he was sending her gifts and money to school. Her friend's brother likes her, and she doesn't know. Mia is naive in all her actions. She broke the statue in her granny's office, but thanks God no one saw. Her granny was trying to teach her to walk, talk, and elegant royal clothes, but Mia's hard to learn easily. Mia's granny was trying to teach her how to eat like princess, but it's hard. She also taught her the way to dance, but Mia didn't understand anything. But in the end, Mia danced well. The next day, Mia went to school and had to return quickly to her granny to complete training. But Mia's friends got mad at her because she became busy all the time. Today, Mia's granny put specialists to take care of Mia to look like princess. The first thing he will start with will be her hair, eyebrows, and skin. And also he broke her glasses to wear contact lenses, and they really changed it completely. She became princess. She drove to her friend's house, but her friends didn't praise this beautiful change. She told Mia that this change is not beautiful, but Lily's brother said this change was great and very impressed. Mia felt sad about her friend's words and teared up. Mia's girlfriend was saying Mia imitated the bullies at school. Lily's girlfriend told her she was hiding something from her, and they were supposed to be friends. She said, "I will cut this friendship bracelet and throw it in the garbage." Mia told her the truth, and after Lily found out the truth, she went back to her way with Mia. But Mia told her she shouldn't tell anyone because it's a royal secret. The school day is over and Mia come back to her granny to complete training on how to be a princess, and she become better than first to learn. Mia was enjoying a simple life with her mother. And the other day at school, the media cameras were waiting for Mia to come, and obviously someone leaked her old photos before the change. There was a big mess in front of the school, and the queen decided to come and solve Mia's problem. The one who leaked the old photo is the specialist who helped her change, and he made this leak to make a fuss and propaganda for his own benefit, of course. The while media was talking about Princess Mia, and she lives in a simple place. Mia felt too much pressure from all directions and wanted to leave everything and to go back to her old life. But she was born a princess, and this is her destiny. Mia went to the important dinner and she was great at everything. But of course, nothing is perfect. Mia would have burned the hand of Josh sitting next to her. Honestly, I think the dinner was nice. Although Mia ate a big piece of ice cream and behaved in a strangely way, and broke a cup while she flopped on her, and some naive behavior. But her granny did not feel angry with her and told her that today will be a holiday and she wants to go with Mia and discover the state. It was a beautiful day and Mia knew from her granny that her father liked it that he was a prince. But 15 years ago, he changed his decision. But in the end, he returned to the palace to be a prince again. Mia was with her granny and an accident happened, but her granny is very smart in dealing, and here Mia learned from her to deal with difficult situations. The next day at school there was a traffic and chaos because of Mia's presence, and everyone wanted to be welcomed and get to know her. Bullies tell the media that they are Mia's friends. Everyone now wants Mia's friendship, but unfortunately Mia is naive. She was fond of George, but he ignored her presence most of the time. But when she became a princess, he wanted her to attend his beach party, and the date of the party will be the same time as her friend's brother's party. Her friend's brother likes her not because she's a princess, unlike Josh of course, but she decided to go to the Josh's party. The weather was beautiful and the girl was singing and eating. Mia was with Josh on the boat. At the same time, her friend Lily had a show and Mia promised her that she would come. Mia was at the party, but the media attended with a helicopter. Frankly, I see that the media invades privacy. Mia spent a long time hiding from the media, and it turned out that Josh was the one who told them because he wanted fame. Very stupid boy. And she's running away. Bullies girl tell her they are going to help her, but they are lying. Mia wasn't supposed to go to this party in the first place, but people learned from their mistakes, and a big scandal happened. Her granny was very angry with her and spoke harshly to her. Mia went to school, and of course her friend Lily was upset with her because she did not attend the show and because she also did not attend her brother's show. But Mia apologized and told Lily that she didn't want to be a princess, but Lily told her that she wanted her to be a princess and that it was a wonderful thing to have in your hand such a power and that you should use it for good. Mia invited her friend to her coronation and their relationship started again. Mia was in baseball training at school and hits a ball at Josh to take revenge on him. And today it was an achievement for her. Mia tried to apologize to Michael and invited him to the party, but he refused to come. And the next day at school, the girl started bullying her again because of her clothes. But she cut the ice cream and to put it in Lana's clothes. Very cool. Her granny drove her home and gave her a very valuable book. This book belonged to her father, but the book was locked. But her granny told her that the chain was the key to the book. And her granny told her that she would not be a princess in clothes and crowns and marry a prince in the end. Being a princess is a big job and has great responsibilities. But Mia doesn't see herself in that position and doesn't want to let her granny down. But her granny sees the exact opposite. Her granny asked her to appear in front of the media and tell the wild world that she is giving up on her title. But Mia can't speak in front of large number of people. Mia opened her father's book. An envelope fell from it, but she didn't see it. But in the end she saw it, and it was a message from her father. The letter was large and contained beautiful words from her father to her. And he told her at the end of the letter that he loves her and loves her mother, and that she must enter into this adventure. Mia is convinced of her father's message and decided to go to the party and sent pizza to Michael's house and wrote on her with chocolate that she's sorry. Michael felt happy and decided to go to the party too. Her granny was worried that Mia wouldn't come, but Mia's car broke down in the middle of the road and Mia was very late. All of the queen's followers were on a mission to search for Mia, and no one knew where she was, but Queen's Joe's bodyguard finally finds Mia, and at the same moment the queen was going to tell the public that Mia would give up her title, but Mia arrived at the last minute and there was no time to change her clothes. And of course you know that she can't speak in front of a large number of people, but now she stood up bravely in front of everyone and told them that she was going to give up the position, but she retracted her opinion because of her father's message, the support of her mother and the help of her granny, and she wants the position and title in order to help the largest number of people and hear their ideas. The queen gave the crown to Mia and Mia officially became a princess. The party was going to start and Mia wore an amazing dress and she was waiting for anyone to dance with her, and at this moment Michael would show up and the party was so amazing. And the story ends and Maya wrote in her diary everything that happened, and that she will go to live with her granny in the palace in Geneva to prepare for the tax of the princess, and her mother will be with her. I hope you liked the video. Peace.